Hey, this is Jeremy from SpraySync. I'm going to walk through today some of the methods to track with just software. So without having the SpraySync monitor box all hooked up, kind of how you'd be able to track some of your spraying. So in the bottom right, there's the plus button. I'm going to hit that and there's add a spray point. So this is kind of a software way to track an individual point. So if I tap the weeds and hit done, you'll see it dropped a point where I had marked that at. So this is a lot of times a replacement for hose reel spraying in the case where you don't have a flow switch or something that's automatically tracking. What you could do is you could hit this, you could drop a point, you could go out, do your spraying, come back, and then select the weeds and hit done. And that would, that was if you leave the tablet back at the sprayer and kind of going off and doing stuff. So that's one way to do it. So one other thing that you can do is I click the little tractor icon at the top, right, and select the current vehicle. So I've got this 4-switch truck, which is just kind of a test vehicle. So I'll go to this vehicle switch config, and I have this set up with booms. The first one is 15 feet to the left, second switch is 15 feet to the right, and a few others just for playing around. I know it says 4-switch, but there's more configured. Again, just kind of I use this for testing a bit. So one of the things that you can do, so I'm going to go back to the screen now. One of the things you can do is this swath. So I hit the button in the bottom right, and then there's the swath, and I can actually pick one of these. So this works when you're not plugged in by USB. If you're plugged in by USB, to the SpraySync monitor box, it wants to control this. So it's not really going to let you do any selections. But if that thing is disconnected and you're just wanting to use it purely as a tablet, as a software app, you can pick one of those swaths. And if I go back to that, you'll kind of see that it now, instead of being blank, the swath says -15 and 0 next to it. And now I can actually hit play. And it's going to paint 15 feet off to the left. And then I can hit that spraying button again and it'll go back. So I can go here, I can even select multiple if I want to do both, 15 feet to the left and 15 feet to the right, and I'll hit the play button again and it'll track. So those are kind of the main couple ways to track when you don't have any of the monitor box hooked up.